Most tunnelling activity is under military installations and all information is highly restricted. Former employees of said facilities have surfaced over the years to talk of massive underground installations in places like Area 51, the Northrop facility in Antelope Valley, California, rumoured to have 42 levels, and the Lockheed installations near Edwards, California. The black budget currently consumes 1.25 trillion per year. At least this amount is used in black programs, like those concerned with deep underground military bases. Presently, there are 129 deep underground military bases in the United States. They have been building these 129 bases day and night, unceasingly, since the early 1940s. Some of them were built even earlier than that. These bases are basically large cities underground connected by high-speed magneto-leviton trains that have speeds up to Mach 2. Okay, the average depth of these bases is over a mile. Okay, and they, again, are basically whole cities underground. There are between 2.66 and 4.25 cubic miles in size. They have laser drilling machines that can drill a tunnel 7 miles long in one day. Dulce is probably the deepest base. It goes down 7 levels and over 2.5 miles deep. Okay, guys, so if there are explosions, these booms, okay, that people are hearing, maybe they're trying to, you know, detonate a fault line here, you know, a demolition job on a fault line. Would it surprise you? A part of bringing in the order out of chaos? You know, is there anything that's too ruthless for Satan? Is there anything he will not do to try and deceive? You know, he comes to steal, cheat and destroy. So I'm just going to show you a little clip here of this tunnel boring machine in action, just so you know what it's like, guys, okay?
Then, just ahead, the tunnel boring machine. This thing is an insane piece of engineering. Picture this, a 230-foot long, 4-story, rock-eating submarine, as big as a 20-story building lying on its side, and heavier than a dozen 747s. The whole thing creeps forward through the earth behind a 40-foot-tall, rotating cutting face. And the kicker is, it also throws up row after row of waterproof concrete rings that line the tunnel. It drills and it builds.
Okay, now look at the size of this thing here now. We don't want to watch all of this. See if we can skip forward a little bit. So look at the size of this thing. You can only see that, you can see where the centre is, around here somewhere. Okay, and look, we've just seen the half of it here. This thing is massive. Through solid rock, you know. There's one scary machine. Okay, we're just going to have a look at what codecs we've got as far as the Illuminati are concerned with the subliminal and putting them into movies, okay guys. Now, the first one we're going to look at is A View to a Kill. It's a 1985 movie. I was quite surprised to see talk of a magnetic pulse in it as well, which was quite strange. It's a 1985 film. Okay, just going to read you a little bit about it. It says Bond discovers that the Zorin oil pumping station is pumping seawater into its pipelines instead of pumping oil out. He's informed by the state geologist, Stacy Sutton, that such a procedure could trigger a major earthquake. In order to find out what is going on inside the Zorin mine, they don miners' uniforms and hide inside a tram car. Okay, so this is going on underground again, okay? Now, basically, this is what the baddie in this, his name is Zorin, what he is planning, you know, basically it's like fracking, which is strange, you know, because only the past year I've really heard of it in the media and stuff. But it's like in this film, you know, there's fracking being done to trigger a fault line. And also I think he's planning on, this baddie Zorin is planning on detonating the fault line in San Francisco. Where does it say this now? They sneak into a control room where Bond sees Zorin setting. They detonate for 36 minutes, and Stacy finds a scale model of Silicon Valley. From the indicators on the model, she's able to tell that Zorin is planning to blow up the 4 major fault lines under San Francisco and flood the entire valley with seawater. So that's just like we're looking at the moment with these maps, okay guys? Okay, the next clip of the movie is actually called 10.5 Earthquake. It's not a movie, sorry, it's a television mini-series which aired in 2004. Okay, let's take a look at this. Just going to show you the ending.
Our cities and buildings may fall, as long as we hold true to the virtues sacred to every one of us, as long as we have faith and a will to prevail, we will endure.
Okay, so as you can see, California, we've got the west coast, so we've got the fault line has opened up on the west coast and it's been flooded with seawater, okay? Next one, part 2 of the mini-series, which is called 10.5 Apocalypse, which is 2006.
Though it is with heavy hearts we mourn those we have lost, it is with profound gratitude that we cherish those who have survived. And while we are now divided geographically, we will not be divided spiritually. For it is only by standing together as a single united country that we will have the strength and courage needed to face this new day.
Okay guys, we've got the split going up from the Gulf of Mexico, this time past the Great Lakes up towards Ontario, Canada, roughly. Okay, so let's just take a look at this picture. Now, we've got Wisconsin, we've got Louisiana. This is Google Maps. Now this is the Edgar Cayce map. I've put some red dots here that represent Louisiana and Wisconsin, okay? As you can see, they're in the flooded areas. But this is where it gets interesting. This is a screenshot of the film we just watched, okay? The 10.5 Apocalypse. Now, if we look on here, I've put a little red, let's call it a red L, okay? Now that's just as a point of reference, which coincides with this red L, okay? New Orleans, roughly. New Orleans. Now, considering what we've just been looking at tonight, okay, this split in this movie is running directly up through Louisiana, okay? Just as it is in the Edgar Cayce map. But not only that, we have the event here in California, just as in that film we just seen the 10.5 earthquake. Now, this is actually a screenshot from part 2, this one, and they still obviously had the fault and the new, you know, the California split off from the rest of the US with the fault line flooded, as you can see. So you can see here we've got the flooded fault here and the flooded fault here, just like on the Edgar Cayce map. Okay, so as far as this film, which was 2006, this one, you know, is pretty accurate comparing it to current events, especially to where the location is, okay? It's pretty crazy, guys. So I'm going to put all the links down for you, and I'll let you take a look and come to your own conclusion. I'll let you be the judge. And, you know, I pray about things is the best bet. You know, guys, I pray the UK is going to face judgment. And I know it will. It's going to face massive judgment. Good, I'm happy about that. Because there's as many people walking around like devils over here as there is over with you guys. And a lot of people need a good, firm, sharp shake. Because we can't go on as we are, you know. So, God bless you guys. My prayers will always be with you. If anything should happen where I'm unable to contact you. So much love to you in Jesus' name, and God bless you all. Okay guys, a bit more to this puzzle as well is this film, The Hunger Games, absolutely laced with Illuminati, agenda, subliminals, everything. It's the same with this. It's the same scenario, okay? They want to cause a split. They want to split the United States and cause separation so it's easier for them to control, easier for them to implement the New World Order. Now, this is the map for the Hunger Games, okay? Again, you know, same scenario. All of this underwater. West Coast, underwater. East Coast, underwater. Down here by the Gulf, underwater. And then they've separated it all into districts then, you see? And a different... In the film, I haven't seen it, but from what I've gathered, it's a different Masonic order that controls each district or something like that, okay? So, just to, you know, reiterate on things here. Considering what we are seeing in the news, okay? We've got activity that's been going on in Wisconsin. Booms, sinkholes, okay, we've got sinkhole in Louisiana, we've got booms going on there, just the same as California, but with massive earthquake swarms as well. So, which would be, you know, obvious that would happen if someone were removing earth underground and also causing explosions with some sort of device to weaken fault lines. So, you know, just like all the codecs we looked at, we know they love putting this stuff into films beforehand. So guys, you know, if I have a think, have a pray about it. But this is too similar to be a coincidence with California, Louisiana and Wisconsin. God bless you.